maybe just one day, I would want to talk about relationships, what to do, when to stop, when to start, see the red signs or the red flags and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, but because you mentioned red signs and red flags, right? Before you get to telling the Gen Zs or whatever generation we have when you are ready to be a counselor, what are some or what were some red flags for you?
From the woman's point of view or from the guy? As in getting into a relationship?
Both.
Okay, let me dig a bit down. So before you get into a relationship, I think you should take your time.
Okay.
Now what happens is it starts with okay, hi, and I need to know you. They get into messaging, and some don't even say I love you. They don't even propose actually. The thing is, when am I seeing you?
Right. Focus, not the
Yeah. So if they don't say, like they don't tell you how they feel about you, they don't take their time, spend time to know you before saying I love you, and then it starts with when am I seeing you?
That's a red sign.
That's a red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah, because then you should know they are not thinking about anything but we all know now. It's not like you don't know.
Yeah. But is that as well a red flag also because now it's you retrospecting, right? Because I've heard you say that you and your wife stayed chaste before you got married. So are you just looking back 2 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Congrats. So is it looking back that you're saying that because also you have 2 children?
Yeah, 2 kids.
2 kids before here, right?
Yes, exactly.
So is it like a...
Yes, I think so. Let me be bold and say that because is it men, we are born chasers. So every man knows what they want. So if they can't wait for what they want, then it's a red flag.
Okay.
Simple.
What was different this time?
As in with mine?
Yes.
Okay, let me split the bean. So before her, it wasn't her.
Oh.
Before her, it wasn't her.
Okay.
It was someone else that I was focused somewhere because I felt that was where I needed to be. So I proposed here and then I wasn't paying attention to her, but she still kept her cool. And because she was naive about so many things, she kept cooking. She kept coming to my place, and sometimes I would say, you know what, today you're not sleeping here, you have to go back home. For some reason she didn't know because my focus was somewhere.
Okay.
And then eventually when I realized that okay, where I was would rather hurt me, one time I was sitting there, I was like, let me just think about her because I think she's been there when I'm sick. She's the person who comes around. When there has to be something, she's the one who does it for me. So why am I not with her instead of the other women?
I'm going to leave this question for the men as well because it seems like people say that men have options before they narrow down on that one person.
Oh no, even with women, they do. 90% of women.
Really?
Those options.
Let me say 90% of women get married to people they don't love. Yeah. Wow. The people they love are not the ones they go married to.
Tough.
Yeah.
In Patrick, you're already there.
No, because
because
how are you going to live with someone you don't love or you don't have any
because there's a set of things.
for,
There's a set of things that
they tick certain
person,
boxes.
Yes, that person.
Yes.
That person ticks.
So when you tick the box,
it's
they
about
can
the lesser evil. It's like I mean.
And even the Bible said women should respect. They didn't say love.
Women should love.
So definitely they can be with you and still not love you.
Hey, Akwaboah. Please, don't break the table. Don't break the table. This is something that Serial speaks on a lot.
They were announcing that they are pushing to make DNA testing compulsory.
Yes.
If women were honest, why would they do that?
Yes. Yeah. So I mean,
if there were more honest women than men,
why would they do that?
Yeah. And also, I think now there's an increasing number of people who find out
fraud,
that
that's what it's called.
their children are not theirs. And these people sometimes have taken care of these children for years and years and years.
I read on IG that lady, 3 siblings went for a DNA test. They were just joking. They said they were going to go for that. They went for it. And apparently, first, second born were not their dads.
Ooh.
Yeah, the last one was the two of them. So they went to their mother and was like, "Ma, why do you do this to daddy?"
Oh.
And the mother begged them not to tell daddy. Dad is like 60 and mom is like 55 or something.
Oh.
Sad
The guy's
time.
whole life is wasted.
Yes. That's
Akwaboah.
terrible.
The sad part is he would never know. To Zwo.
Oh. Hey, yo. Hey,
So-
yeah. Trip, you wanted to...
I don't have the words. I mean, I feel like, but I do agree I do agree with the fact that some, like most women, don't like settle with
The people they
that
love.
They
Yeah,
love. You know,
yeah.
it just so happens that is the case. But
Yeah.
I also believe that while you might, have like sift through options to narrow down to who you want to settle down with, especially as a man, I personally don't believe in maybe juggling 2 or 3 people. I believe that if you're going to, because then your focus might be divided. So if you're going to stick with one person and then get to a point where, because dating is not supposed to be for fun, it's supposed to be if you have serious intentions. That is what dating is supposed to be.
Well,
But do you
for
know-
me,
do you
I
know-
beg to differ.
I was
Oh,
coming
okay.
to, I was
Want to hear
narrowing
that.
down, and then I'll come to a question because you mentioned that
He
you had
says he begs to differ,
let me
so...
correct.
yeah.
Come in.
Yes.
The loud man.
Differ.
Thank you very much. So usually what happens is it makes the relationship complicated when there's the sex part.
Well, that's why it's not supposed to be. There's not supposed to be a
So-
sex part.
So that's why you're supposed to know the person, like I initially said. You know them, you take away the sex part until you're ready to choose. So you can be 3, you still look at them and everything that you're doing. Because every man can go with anybody they want. But
Then
when they're about to get married, then they are wise.
Then I guess you don't have to be in a relationship with them. Then you just have to be friends. No.
Yes, but
No.
the thing is called girlfriend. What's it called? It's called boyfriend. The thing is a show of interest to go
Yeah.
beyond the platonic to intimacy. The intimacy is after the decision has been made. Is that we've corrupted it, and from the beginning we introduced the intimacy and the
Yeah.
sexualization. And what you also need to realize is that when the dating phase or the courting phase happens, the dynamics for man and woman be different. For the woman, right, her attention and her love is a subscription that you need to pay in attention. You understand?
Yes.
When the woman loves you, your constant month-on-month payment is like a TV subscription. Calling, attention, care, blah, blah, blah. When your subscription payment stops, right, the woman go do anything and
Yeah.
will justify it, but you were not giving me attention. I didn't feel loved. And society will clap for that woman for being bold and going where she felt appreciated. You understand?
Yep.
But you are a one-time payment. When she says she loves you, it is expected that you need to know that Lenny loves you, full stop. So why did you go and do this? Don't you know she loves you? They'll come and ask you. So the dynamics are different. One is a one-time commitment. One is a subscription. That's why these mistakes of paternity and all these things happen, because at that time, that old man, no,
Yeah.
maybe when she has subscription. So those 2-6 months, no, the woman got the attention
From someone
else
else.
Yeah,
for
yes.
someone else until daddy got back on track with his payments. That time was too late.
Abba.
But now she's okay with daddy again, but there's a baby in the picture. She can't break the whole family by coming to confess.
Yeah.
So she lives with the lie. So you need to understand the dynamics. It's totally different. That's why what he said about the sex part is 1,000%
Yeah.
on. It's boyfriend, girlfriend.
But also, Trip, you need to be friends even in marriage, oh. They
Yeah,
say
you
that.
do.
So
Yeah.
that also is
I
really
agree.
important.
But I feel like in
Yeah.
in a commitment, you can't be committed to 2 people. I mean, even the Bible says that you can't serve 2 masters, right? Yeah, you have to
No,
pick a side. And
I
then
know
if you
they're
get to
different.
if you get
I
to
know
that,
they're different. Hey,
no, but it's applicable.
Akwaboah.
Two
No,
masters.
but it is applicable, because if you date someone to the point where you feel like, okay, maybe this is not going to work, then you can make a decision and back out, right? That is why it's not.
Do you
for
know
fun.
what
That is
shows
why it is a
interest? Do you know what
commitment.
shows seriousness and interest and puts people on their toes? Competition. If I'm not being intimate with you, right, I'm not expecting anything of you. I'm not putting any of my personal responsibilities on you. I'm not saying come and cook for me, wash for me, sleep with me, right? I'm just talking to you. I like you as a friend. Maybe this could be something. I can do that with 5 different people who are my friends, who I see a potential future in, because I've not put any burden on you.
I see,
and
I
I'm not
see, I
expecting
see that.
anything from you. And if Lenny,
if it doesn't
and,
work,
yes.
no one has
Amy and
invested
everybody knows that.
anything.
Yes.
Yes.
Sarah is talking to all these people, right? Who out of the lot is serious and wants to take advantage of who Sarah is, will show it. Then your commitment comes in there. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then
yes.
now he says
Totally
kakra.
makes sense. But Akwaboah, in your case as well, when you decided to settle with your wife, did she now know that okay, there was somebody else? Because you've agreed with Cyril in
Yes.
saying that if there's no sexual exchange
yeah.
between the two of you, then you are still friends and you can build on that.
On
so
that,
was she
yes.
aware that there was somebody else?
She, I made her aware after the match.
Oh, how did she take that?
My wife is one of the calmest person, like people I know,
Okay, that's nice.
person that I know, because I think whoever I dated, I told her about it.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean the things that I went through, I told her. When we got married, I was like, this lady, had it not been you, it would have been this person, blah 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 blah. So I told her everything. She was like, yeah. And till date, we are still cool with it.
That's
Mhm.
open.
Yeah.
That's an open man.
And
I
for
think
me,
that's nice.
so when I tell her I did this, she knows I've done it. I can't say menya ya, when you say menya.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you've told her everything
Yes,
that you
everything,
need
yeah.
to tell her.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get back to the music.
Music.
Okay, I mean,
Well, you
you
get something.
have anything else to say?
No,
Off the music?
No,
You're good?
I think it's okay. I mean, yeah, I do have certain reservations, but
Okay,
I
it's
don't think
fine.
that is an issue at all.
It's not an issue.
Yeah,
eh?
it's not an
Okay.
issue.
So we can get back to the
Okay.
music. Smile Again.
Yes.
You featured Nadia Buari
Nadia, yes,
on
Nadia.
there. Now, when the teaser came out, I was interested because I was like, okay, it's a feature I didn't see coming. I even
Yeah.
mentioned it the first time we played it here. I
Yeah.
said to Jason and to Kojo Trip that I didn't see this coming. And then you put up the video, and
Yeah.
I checked the comments as well. A lot of people also said they didn't see this coming. Before I ask which parts of the song she sang or didn't sing, because that's another thing people
Yeah.
are asking
Yeah.
about, how and why did this collaboration happen?
So the how is so I know Nadia's sister, Samira.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've been talking for a while because I think she sings. So she
Yes.
wanted us to do a song, and I was like, you know what, that's fine. We could do the song, but then I even need your sister on like on a video,
Okay.
and she was like, okay. So she spoke to her sister first before giving me the number.
Mhm.
But then why is for the fact I think it's all creativity.
Okay.
Initially I was writing songs for people. Ombetwa, but mommy,
Credit.
credit be
Oh,
you get
that's
it.
sad.
They get on stage and then I thank God, I thank my manager, I thank Charterhouse. So one time I was in the auditorium and this lady was just thanking everyone but me.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, the song that she won the award with was a song that I
You
wrote.
wrote it.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
imagine?
I was like, okay, now that's a lesson. So now I'll sing my thing. I won't give it to you if I'm too. But then I needed a woman to interpret the song,
Okay.
and Nadia fit it for me.
Okay.
You get my point. So
Yes.
instead of me saying I could cause such a blah blah blah, I felt women would rather respond to it more than men.
So you sang
So
through.
I
Nadia
sang
was
the
your
whole
medium.
thing. Yes, exactly. Yeah, she was a medium. Yeah, I sang the whole thing, but she acted the whole thing. Yeah,
Okay. So there's no part of
the song that she sang.
that
yeah.
she sang. So
Yeah.
that's clear, guys. And
Yeah.
you see, because I kept saying, what the first time I listened to the song, I'm like, this is Akwaboah's voice all through. But also at the same time, Nadia
Nadia's,
is
yeah.
singing really, really well,
Yeah.
right? How long did it take for her to get into the role and sing
Sing, okay.
perfectly? Yeah?
I think should I say 2 weeks? Because Nadia is always not in Ghana.
Mhm.
She's mostly in Nigeria shooting video
Oh, okay.
movies and stuff. And then we had to find time, which was almost for 3 months. We were talking back and forth for her to look for time to come to Ghana.
Mhm.
So she came one time just for a day.
Okay.
Yeah, she came I think in the morning. The video was shot throughout the day and throughout the night. We finished around 2 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, before she had to leave the next morning. But then I sent her the verse and everything to learn before coming. So when she came, she went. I was even surprised because
You were
I mean,
surprised?
yeah.
Well, I
that's
am not
Nadia.
surprised with the story you're telling because I think that she's a good actress first
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
and then secondly, her lip syncs that we see
Yeah.
on her TikTok are always accurate.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
not surprised that she was able to imbibe, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the lyrics and then sing it through.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you sang through her, so sing it as she did.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But I actually
at
thought she was
all.
gonna maybe sing some part and leave some parts for
Okay.
the editor and stuff.
Okay.
But she did everything, and let me
Dedication.
use this platform to say a very big thank you to Nadia, because she made it very simple for me, very calm. I know some people that you try to reach out to and send one
Rebel.
yeah, but for her, she even kept encouraging. I don't know if you've seen her pages. She's promoting
Yes,
the song,
yes.
making videos and then posting and stuff. And for me, I'm very, like, I appreciate that.
Mhm.
And I want to say a very big thank you to Nadia, whoever she is. God
And
bless
that's
her.
good collaboration, right?
Yeah.
Because then this is not something that you feel like, oh, you forced it down her throat,
No,
and
no, no.
she doesn't. She thinks that, oh, I don't have to post, or she
Yeah.
doesn't have to post, and
Yeah.
all of that. Because sometimes, even with some artists, we hear
Yeah.
that when you even collaborate with them,
Yeah.
for them to even post the artwork,
Aish.
to even say that, oh, I have a
Like
song with this
drawing
person,
blood
so
from
go and
stone.
watch.
Yeah.
Yes, I hear it's really, really difficult.
Very
so
difficult.
for you to say that, you know, it was good working with her, and then she's gone all out,
Yeah.
like we've also
Posting.
seen on her
Yeah,
I'm
socials.
going
That's
crazy.
very
I'm
commendable.
going crazy over her acting,
The visuals and the acting,
than
yeah.
the singing, party and saying crap. She carried the energy of the thing. Oh.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So one
she
scene
did.
video, she turned in her slow mo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she imbibed the thing really entered.
Yeah, she
I think
can-
that's
she
what
do have-
also created the confusion for people as to which parts
Did she
sing?
exactly
Yeah.
did
Because she
she
looked
sing.
so into it.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah. So I was reading some comments and we were like, which part did she sing? I'm like, you guys, can't you get it?
No,
just
but
film
with the
and the music,
explanation, I'm
yeah.
sure people will understand what this
Yeah,
is,
it
right?
is, yeah.
Okay, so now the song is out, Smile
Yes,
Again.
Smile
What
Again.
has the feedback been beyond people asking, you know, which parts did she
she
sing
yeah.
and all of that?
I think it's doing very good on media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Because even on YouTube, I think that we are trending.
Yeah,
I think number 8 or number 9.
it's
hope to get
past
to-
70K now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we hope to get more. And then the feedbacks that I'm getting, oh, it's a beautiful video, it's a good song, and for as an artist, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, for
It's
people
fulfilling.
to love the song, and then like in kind of saying, to be able to soak the song or put their like themselves in the song,
Mhm.
that's something that we all look out for. So yeah, for me, I think
Because you mentioned the platforms, and
Yeah.
then I've also said that it has gone past 70K right now, right? If there's one thing I see in your comment section a lot is that, oh, Akwaboah is underrated, or Akwaboah is slept on, or Akwaboah is a
Yeah.
good artist, but, you know, people don't recognize or acknowledge that a lot. With all of the songs that you have put out and how they have gone and the numbers and all of these comments, I'm sure you've seen,
Yeah.
seen some as well, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that Ghanaians just decide to sleep on the good ones who don't make a lot of noise? And I'm sure you understand,
I understand,
what
yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. So anyano do so de ba no.
But you say,
Anyano.
uh-huh.
So do so de ba no.
Okay, nkofo
Yeah.
na doso. Anya is the nkofo.
Me de makama.
Me minti twi sa, me
we move back.
me nkani igbe
We move back over explanation of
me na make us me
Get
from the
nkani
side.
igbe.
If you get it, if you don't get it, forget about it.
Wow.
We move back over there.
Even I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure there are other people who also don't
there's a
understand.
massive wave of chaff, and buried in that chaff is gems from time to time. But unfortunately, the wave will have to hit before you find the gem.
Okay.
Okay, so Akwaboah is a gem.
Yes.
Okay.
One of our many gems.
Yes.
But unfortunately,
The
when,
sound
we,
that
when we
can
say
hassle.
Ghana music, it
Okay.
all comes together. It's like at the beach.
Okay.
Yes.
The wave is coming. Tilapia the inside, shark the inside,
Yeah.
pala the inside.
Yeah.
But so you don't go fit chop.
Thanks for the explanation. 'Cause I didn't understand. I say me bisa na.
First and last one.
I been in.
That's what I'm not crying. Me, I been 100%.
Say be what that. You know, if you've heard it before, it's different. I haven't heard that.
Shout outs to my friends from Kobo.
I believe na kefi ekomi. Kake wunu emi. No ni ba yin no akefi no go
Akefi no ku.
Ni na you denje.
Yes, shishin. Okay.
Wo de no ni ba yin no cover. She ni na ba yin denje.
So you for skim man before you find it.
Yes. But also, how does that make you feel that you know that this is something you're passionate about? You're chasing purpose, right?
I am lost.
This is something that you love to do, you know, and you've done it so long, right? But time and again, you keep getting these comments. You know, how does that make you feel truly?
Well, I think for now, mentally, I am strong enough to know that sometimes those who love my music are always not on social media.
Right.
And let's say when I'm having shows, I get to see numbers, I get to see people loving the music, and for me, that's the award or my prize. And if there was one thing that Sak told me till date, which still makes sense, and I'm happy and thankful, is the fact that sometimes you have to be stubborn enough to hit at an exact place till you make it through that side. And for that, your life, like you're assured of something. If people will come to your page almost every time to listen to you, even after years. I Do Love You song, I Do Love You, it's almost like 11 years if I remember.
And it's still a really like good sounding song, right? Quality.
So basically that is what I am looking at. Evergreen music.
Timeless.
When people would come, maybe after 15, 20 years and still listen to maybe today, Smile Again, or to go on my page and listen to Nieman Ketua and some other songs, which will make sense now, because now, even with Lumba, I still listen to him, and some of the words I still don't get. I have to listen over and over to get them. And once you get them, you're like, wow. Yeah. So it still makes sense almost every time. And that is something that I want to have for even after 20 years, 25 years, 30 years of my life. People can always come back to my music
and relate to
and and then probably call me, yes, when I'm old, like I'm also 50, 60, and then I'm actually demo, like now they're still performing.
Yes.
Amachi is like going everywhere. Yeah. Why wouldn't I want to be like that? Instead of trying to make music for now and then 3 months is off, and I have to keep up almost every time.
You see how you just broke the table calmly.
Oh. But it's the truth. I mean, you can't be jumping at 60.
No, you can't.
You can't be jumping at 60.
And I keep telling people that, one day we are all going to say die.
Yeah.
And when you're dead, the things that will defend you is what you did, the music.
Yeah.
So whatever you're saying now, it's fine. It's an asuma made, okay, fine. But tomorrow, when you're not around and then people want to defend you, where's your legacy? What did you leave behind?
Let your legacy not be on GoFundMe.
Okay.
So it's said that, in our parts of the world, right, the artists are not earning much. Some people may make it seem like it's the streams that are giving them the numbers, right? But even, I remember Snoop Dogg a couple of weeks ago said that streaming money is not that much. So I am now wondering that if Snoop Dogg, who has been making music for as long as he's been making it, where we say that the system works, right, is saying to us that streaming doesn't give us all of that. Whereas some of the artists here will make it seem like all the money I have made is on streaming. Now, Muyiwa, who is also manager to Thames, said that sometimes you can even hit past 1 million views or 1 million listens, and you're just getting a few hundreds of dollars, right? But for you, for every song you've put out, for every video you've put out, there's a certain quality that you've also put out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Visually, and even with the audio as well. It's always in tip-top shape. How have you managed to sustain your music when it comes to the funding?
The funding. So basically, okay, my boss is here. I'm sure for him, he knows more about that. So basically, we don't always get everything from streaming. I mean, there are performances here and there. And as an artist, you need to be disciplined.
Right.
How I have been able to achieve this or I'm getting this done is for the fact that I'm a very disciplined person. I know that, today I have an event. If they are paying me 10 cedis, I know 6 cities has to be here, 4 cities has to go there, and I have to be disciplined about it. You get it? I can't just be spending, having the, let me say, the nightlife and everything almost every time, and then come and complain about streams not coming and stuff. You get my point? Yes. So for me, I guess I wouldn't say it comes almost every time, but I'm okay because there are performances, there are streamings and other parts to people can give to you and stuff. But then so far for me, it has been good.
So far, so good.
So
and we
far,
can
so
say
good.
same about Shades of Love.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
And congratulations on pulling off Shades of Love.
Thank you.
This year.
Thank you.
I think that, the setup,
Oh, yeah.
everything was just
and you guys were there
on point, and we were there. We were there. You've already mentioned that there's a possibility that you can reimagine more of your daddy songs.
And
what
even
else?
Granddad's. Yeah.
And your granddad's songs, how could I forget your granddad's songs as well? You see, when we say legacy, this is what we mean. Okay.
Does it put pressure on you?
Yes.
1 to 10, how much pressure?
Like 7.
You can't drop the ball.
Yeah,
because that.
may it not be said.
Yeah, because that was a very good one. I can't, I said till date, I'm still trying to fit into the shoes because musically it was very strong. I mean, we recorded for most of the musicians at this time from Fashion Menu. Yeah, you know Fashion Menu. Yeah. So when you made from Kujon Trees songs to Rexuma, blah blah. I mean, he's done so many works. And if you're trying to
match that,
Charlie, that's huge. Yeah, I mean, even to my granddad's songs.
Yeah.
So we're still trying.
Which have also maintained that level of quality, right?
Yeah.
Even at the time, maybe we are comparing it to now. It's real. Even if you hear those songs right now, the songs are still really, really good. But Akwaboah, you have a son.
Yes, could you?
Yes. Are you looking to also handing down to him?
Yes.
Since it's 3 generations in at this point.
Yeah.
Has he shown any signs of interest in music?
Sorry?
As you should.
Yeah.
He's shown interest in.
One of the smartest guys I've ever seen. So I know. So the thing is, my grandfather is Kwabna. My dad is Kuju. I'm Kwabna.
Yeah.
And my son is
Kuju has
Kuju.
come back.
Oh, he's made a return.
Yeah. So definitely, I'm sure.
There's actually a thing about people called Kuju,
What's the thing about it? What's the thing?
There's a thing.
I'm also Kuju.
He's also Kojo.
Oh, I see.
His is Kujo.
Is that Monday? They say Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, Monday.
I see.
Solid. That'd be nice.
So basically, I'm looking forward. I know
he'll pick,
because for him, I think.
What signs has he shown so far of interest in music? Does he sing? Is he playing any instruments?
So the last time he came to my place, he's actually with my mom.
Okay.
The last time he came to my place, I was playing some unreleased songs, and in I think an hour, I realized he was singing the whole song. Yeah, my Dean, because
yeah.
So I was just looking at him, and he was singing almost the chorus and everything. I was like, whoa, that's very close.
Smart.
And I think the mother went to see him, and then we were playing a song, and he didn't know that the mother was recording. We heard the way off between the tin and say, like table no so. I was trying to play
the vibe is in the DNA.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, oh, there's some bar.
Oh, there's some bar. Yeah, trying to find.
I know. Yeah, he will become also a great one. So
yeah, trying to find. But how about some more new music? I know you just released Smile Again a couple of days ago, but the fans are never satisfied with the number of songs you put out, right?
Okay,
Unless you are putting out 1,000 songs a year, then that one we may not be able to fully or properly consume that, right? So, are you looking at also giving us more songs this year?
Yes, I think I have 2 or 3 more. Yeah, to drop, and then that's it for the year.
Okay.
So I'm planning towards that. I'm planning for the video promotion and stuff, and I know they are bangers. Yeah, you will love them too. Yeah, definitely. You will. So.
Okay. Do you have any features on there that you would want to put out so far? Because you started with Nadia, which I think is a good one, right?
Yeah.
So do you have more features that you want to tell us?
I've got,
just like other artists, you want to be quiet about it for now?
Just like other artists, I want to be. Yeah, there are features. There are features on. Okay. So the thing is, next year I intend to release an album.
Okay.
But so this is the journey to the album.
Okay.
So there are features on the
Oh, I
songs.
like what you just said. Journey to
To
the,
the
album,
album, yeah.
right? Will this album be before Shades of Love, or are you looking at
Definitely,
after?
I'm sure before Shades of Love, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that we'd have enough songs to jump to when Shades of Love comes, yeah.
With how involved you are with your music, I'm sure you have a stash of songs already to put together for the album. Over the top of your head, can you give us a number of songs that you're looking to put on the album?
So I don't think I'll do too much. I'll do like 8.
Okay.
8. But I think I have over 50 songs prepared for the album.
Oh.
So the thing is, you do as much as you can, or as many as you can,
Mm-hmm.
and then you select the ones that you feel would make it
Will make the-
can work on the album. You put them
Okay.
on. You don't just do let's say 10 songs and then you choose 8 out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how come some people do some albums and then back up and say it's just supporting one song. And for me, I feel I'll do myself a very big harm if I should do like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to work as much as I can, get enough songs that I can, and then I sit with my team and then we all deliberate on the songs that we want to put on the album, and then
Okay.
by early next year.
Thank you so much, Akwaboah. And we are always here. You know, our doors are always open to you. You can walk in anytime and every time. It's a family thing, you know. Yes, and it's just nice to see that your son is going to take over Kojo.
Yeah.
So he will be Kojo Akwaboah.
Yes.
The second.
So yes.
Yeah, Kojo Akwaboah.
For now, I'll say Kojo Akwaboah.
Okay.
But he actually came with his name.
Okay.
And the day he was going to be born and everything. So.
Oh.
So don't
You know
put
me, I'm a chess guy.
don't put it on the internet.
Oh, okay.
So Kojo came with everything of his.
Everything.
Yeah,
is
so I'm
prepared,
not putting
Dada.
it. Yeah, like you're right. Yeah.
When you are ready, no problem.
When you're ready,
when
you
you are
see Kojo
ready,
in full display.
we'll be ready when you are ready,
sure.
most definitely. And guys, Akwaboah reopened our Friday live performances, so we are going to play that right after this conversation. But it's been a good one, Akwaboah, and you know it's all about chasing purpose and passion and doing it also for posterity. Okay,